over the last several years, I've had a number of customers call me with some pretty wild ideas of how my business operates, how I work, what goes into it, and ultimately what they're going to pay. I've had customers who have told me it doesn't matter how much weight goes into the dumpster as long as it doesn't go above the rail line. That was interesting. I've had customers say that they were somehow going to pick up the dumpster and dump it themselves so that they could get multiple loads, which I was kind of curious, like, do you have a roll-off truck? Like, how are you going to do that, guy? But then just recently, I had a customer tell me after they already had the dumpster, they were already on like day 2 of their dumpster and they had it filled up, and they wanted to get it dumped and returned for no extra charge because due to the days, they get as many loads as they wanted within that 3-day period. This specific customer, I remember, I took this order over the phone. I told them exactly how it operates. I deliver it, you fill it up, I pick it up, end of transaction. If it goes up to 3 days and you don't call or text and say, hey, I need it for longer, then I pick it up at the end of 3 days. If you want me to come pick it up earlier, it's possible that I can come and grab it if I'm available to pick up the dumpster. But this is the price, this is what's included, the tonnage, so on and so on. Everything was explained. They signed the contract through the email. All good until I got that call asking, or rather telling me, I need you to come dump this and bring it back to me. It was still within my last day, and I said I could absolutely do that, no problem. It'll be the same price. And they said, whoa, 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 I paid for 3 days. You did. You paid for 3 days and included in your rental with this one dumpster, one drop, one pickup. It resets after that. Now, I'm willing to give you your 3rd day plus the 3 days of an extension if you were to rent another dumpster, but it's going to cost because it's the same amount of work for me. That's how this works. They were not thrilled with me. They were, I don't know, disgusted or just disappointed, or they had unrealistic expectations even after we spoke through everything. They read through everything. They signed the, like, everything, you know. Customers can sign any contract you put in front of them, but at the end of the day, most people don't read their contracts. I'm finding out more and more, people don't actually pay attention on the phone when you're having a conversation with them. They don't. And this customer was just kind of dumbfounded that they would have to pay for another dumpster to be dropped off and picked up a second time. If you have had any situation like this, as soon as you hear it come out of the customer's mouth, you already know this is not going to end well. That's for sure. This is going to be awkward at best, and probably they're going to feel let down. They're going to feel misled, even if you've done everything you possibly could to explain it, to have it in writing. I mean, besides for signing a blood oath to this stinking thing, like, there's some people who just it'll go in one ear, out the other. And that's going to happen in business. My compromise, or my trying to salvage the situation and still get paid, not throwing myself under the bus, was to give instead of just resetting it to where the 3rd day would officially be the 1st day of the 2nd dumpster, and it being a total of 5 days for 2 dumpsters rather than 6 days. I was willing to give that extra day. So it'd be 2 days for the first dumpster, and then 4 days a leftover day added on to the second dumpster. That was my compromise, and they ended up saying no. Just pick up this dumpster. Maybe they assumed those things and they just didn't have the money, or they thought, I don't know what they were thinking, but it wasn't correct. So just a little thought for you today. As much as you may try, as much as you try to have everything hammered out before they even give you $1, sign a contract, do anything, as much as you may try to do that, there's still going to be people out there who don't understand, who won't actually hear what you're saying, comprehend it, and be able to roll with that. That's tough, but that's life, that's business. Let me know down in the comments below what you think about this situation. Would you give the technically a 4th day for dumpster number 2, allowing it to be 6 days, 3 days, but one gets a little bit extra of a time because they were early the first time? Would you say tough luck? No. Charge them the same price? Would you give them a discount? Would you charge them more? I don't know. Let me know down in the comments below. Hopefully you have a great day, guys. Stay safe, and God bless.